Well, welcome back. Today I want to look at Kurzweil 3000. What does it do? OCR, optical character recognition, so you can convert journals, PDF into readable format, have it read back, maybe save it as a Word document or maybe a Daisy Reader book. It's up to you. Maybe your journals, dealing with journals, you can also convert them as well as physical scans. Maybe you want to write an essay and do a new draft, write your outline for it, or maybe even brainstorm your ideas down. This software is great for helping you with all those options. Otherwise, most people will get a journal online and they're fine reading it, fair enough. But if you're struggling, some students will download that journal and print it out and work with it. And it makes life a little bit harder doing it that way. But with this option, you can just convert and have it read back, highlight it, edit, and do what you want with it. So I'm not going to waffle on anymore. I'm going to get stuck in and show you a few options. Now, I've only got the demo version, so I'm just going to give you a quick overview, and then you can kind of carry on with that yourselves. Now at the top here we've got cursor. This is the window you get where it gives you various options. Open existing file you might be working with, maybe do a new draft document writing, maybe you want to brainstorm, or maybe new outline. Don't underestimate brainstorming mind maps. When you work on a mind map, it's a great way to visualize your ideas before you even start writing, and it really does speed up your work. At the bottom, you've got scan documents, so we can scan off physical documents if you want into a readable format or editable format. At the top, we've got read, so you get this as you start for Kurzweil. Actually, we click into it and come to the middle and hit the play button.
Open or scan a document. Click.
Serena, top right audio options will start reading back to you, bless her heart. You've got words per minute you can change at the top. Also, you can change self-paced or word. I'll show you word by word quick reading mode. So if I click play.
Tab. Read. Click. Read.
So you've got to click it every time
on
to read back each word. So that could be good if you're doing some form of revision on something that you really need to remember. You have to take your time and keep going over. But I'll leave that on continuous. And then if you want it highlighted by sentence, paragraph, and so on. Language English at the bottom. So there you go. You're good to go to read back documents. I can put that cursor anywhere and hit the play button.
Choose to start.
Now what I want to do next is, there's another option that you can read on the internet. Now I'm going to open up the internet. Do me a favour, if you've got Kurzweil 3000, I've only got a demo version, go to your Chrome web store, type in Kurzweil or read the web, and install the plugin for me. Once you've installed it, make sure you come up to your little jigsaw top right, and then label the option here with the pin so you'll be able to see it in your toolbar, top right. Now, here's a website. Open it up at the top, and then you can start reading back. Now I've got a demo version, so I'm assuming that's why it won't let me read it back. But you click on the beginning, you can see a little cursor flashing, and then you can hit the play button and it should start reading back for you. So that's great for reading abstracts or whole journals online or any kind of text online. This is great for reading stuff online. Again, settings, you've got your options there for voice, speed. Also, you can pop that to the left, the bar, right if you want as well. Tap off that. Also, you got a nice little dictionary there. I'll tell you what, the dictionary's handy actually. If I tap on there, tap on it, gives you a quick definition of the word. And if you scroll down, it gives you a bit more. Look, pronouns, adjectives, nouns, interjection. God, it's complicated, isn't it? And scroll all the way down. So that's handy because that just keeps you flowing when you're reading stuff, rather than having to go off to find a dictionary. So bear that in mind if you're using a browser. Let's go back to Kurzweil. So there's your reading option, and they've got a writing option here. We can actually write. So if I come to the left here and select this option, we could do a new draft, or new brainstorm, or new outline. Because we're in the read option, you've got those options to work with. So if I went to scan, we've got the option just to scan there. So bear that in mind. So read option, I can then open if there's something that I want to read from the computer, or something I've uploaded to Google Drive. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go to Kurzweil, top left hand corner, the main little window here. And the first thing you might want to work with, you might want to do yourself a draft. We can do a blank one if you want, or a template. Let's open up a template to get you up and running. What we've got, analysing fiction. So we have a look at that, double tap it. And it brings open the template. You see where to put the field text in with the arrows. Just tap in there and you can type in what you want. And then you pop in your author and then start building up your characters underneath here. But it's just a great way to start building your ideas from a draft if you're a bit stuck. And remember, if you click on the beginning, remember the middle, click play.
Analyzing fiction.
And it'll read back for you. So you can just proofread back what you're doing and working with as well. Also, if you need to work with bibliographies at the right here, tap on that. And then you can add your bibliography. Now, I was looking at the formats. We've only got the two there, which is APA, which is psychology, and the MLA, the MLA8. Now, there's over 180 Harvard styles. And then you've got all Scholar for Law, Chicago. So bear that in mind. But it's still good to put source in for what you're working with to come back to later. But I would just use that as a quick overlay for your references rather than using it in your work. It has to be a certain format. So you get on with that. Close that. That's a good little bibliography option there. So again, I'll go back to Kurzweil. So you can do a new draft blank one, or as I said, you can do a template. Go to new brainstorm, blank or template. Let's go template. What should we use as a template? Contrast paragraph. And there we go. You've got one coming up to work with. So then if you tap into them, you can then fill them in. And then you can start working on your introduction body that you want in there. And then your first difference, second, and more differences. And you can click in there and change that if you want. You don't have to have what's in there.
Third.
And tap off that. Now, they are templates, but you can work off them. Let me show you what I mean. So I'm going to click into the third. The little arrow, little cursor tapping. Come to your Brainstorm Palette here. Top left-hand corner, select that little lightning. Now, I can just type in, click enter, and brainstorm off that one idea. And tap off it, and then you can drag into position. And tap on them if you want. Come up here and you can even change the colours. So I've got to do red for blood, even though blood is actually blue. And then you can start working on stuff like that as well by colour coding it. Also, while you're here, by the way, there's a little button here. Hover over it, assuming it's called note. Get that out of the way, and then you can start typing in notes for specific topics as you build your ideas. And close that. You can see it sits here, so you can access it anytime you want by bringing it up. So I would say with mind mapping, it's a good idea just to brainstorm, get your ideas together visually from your head down, and then you can work with it from there. Come to the left. You've got your spell check, word prediction. You might want word prediction. So if I tap on it, I've got word prediction on it. If I type red. So I could add a note to red, and I could start typing in with prediction on. And you can see then, it's giving me a form of prediction as well on there. So that's good for you for visualising what you're doing or you're getting stuck with ideas. Turn that off. Definition of the word. So if I click on chromo, and then you go, and then it'll give you a quick definition. So I'm going to click on blood and click definition. I remember the tribe of the Blackfoot Confederacy and habitate. You learn something every day, eh? Now, let's go back to Kurzweil. So we looked at a few options, brainstorming a new draft. How about new outline? Let's do template again. Save me starting one from scratch. Compare and contrast. And again, you can start working. Here's your palette top right. Don't forget your palette hides about. I could use options like add subtopics underneath. See here at the top here, I'm adding subtopics. I could add a main topic. And if you want, you can move to right tab and back. So you can move in hierarchy. You can move it up, down, and I can even add a note. So I can start adding information in there. And then you can put your title in. I've got no idea about cells. I've got no idea about human cells. I just put that in as an example. Then you can put your introduction and start adding your information there that way. Drag that over. And remember as well, by clicking on the beginning, or wherever you want to click play.
Introduction A.
It will also play back for you as well. Now remember, when you do go on different options to the left, you get different options here. So you've got open floating word list. It's quite handy actually to help you with certain words.
Charity.
The floating word list can be quite handy. And again, you've got your spell check again and word prediction. You can get a picture for a word. So if I highlight
Differences.
and tap this, it will give you a visual image of that word to work with. So there's another option for you when you're working from in outline view as well. And remember, you can go to save and you can go to Kurzweil and you can always go blank document and you can work from scratch with your main idea there.
Cells in the.
And if you click enter, you can see the hierarchy is numbered, in this case in Roman numerals. So there's working with different documents, and anything you want to save, file, save or save as. So if I go save as, I've got option to save that as many different things. Because you might actually want to save it as a Daisy reader, so you can play it as a Daisy reader book. Maybe a compressed Daisy, text file even, or even a Word document. You've got various options, but I won't save that because now I want to move on to scan option here. So what I'm going to do is I could scan straight off here, but I want to go to Kurzweil at the beginning to show you the main window. Now I can use the scanner or camera to turn paper articles into digital accessible files. So we can do it from here or from here. So I'm going to select scan. I'm just scanning a bit of paper that I found on commands for Victor Reader as an example. Now I've left this as black and white anyway because it is black and white, but you can also scan in colour with that option there as well as if you want double-sided scanning. Preview if you just don't do one scan straight in, and again you can insert image into your work, your scan, insert page, and even rescan page. And again, you've got your basic options at the bottom again as well. Now I've got that image, I'm now ready to work with it. Now first thing we'll do is come to the top, select play.
My username or password in a Victor Stream. To log into Bookshare on a Victor Reader stream. 1. Press the menu.
So imagine that's a book or something you scanned off on a physical scan. You can now read that back, which is really handy. Now if your scanner is not working, go to scanner setup here and select your scanner there. You'll have quite a few twains, which is your drivers, so you might have to try one or two of them. My one's working fine with the default one, but yours might work better with WIA, so play around with that to get the right one. Close that. Now I scan that in, I can work with it better. There's a few things I can do. Now if I go to right, I can then highlight stuff, look. So I might go right, I need to highlight some information there. And let's make that pink and come down now. I might need that as well. And I might also need that as well. So it's great if going to the top here from scan, write and read. So choose the option you want you're working with. As I'm writing, I can highlight stuff. Now I'm going to click on the beginning, so let's play again.
Press the 2 or 8 key to locate the Add Bookshare Service menu option, then press Confirm to select it. 3.
And it will still read back no matter what you highlight as well, so don't worry about that. Also, we've got a couple more options here. Look, you can add a voice note. So I want to click on Press. And I want to select voice note. And it comes up. Then I can record something specific on part of that document that I might want to put in there verbally. Oh, I need to do more research on the dictionary and find out what press means. Click to stop. Now if I click OK, it's actually linked to it. So if I double tap it, oh, I need to do more research on the dictionary. So you can just add audio notes to the journal you've uploaded or information to work with later to come back to. So we've done highlighting, add audio notes. You can even link, hyperlink. So I might go to
Bookshare.
And I might select the link button. Now I want to link it to a web page. I could do. Just paste a web page down there. Or I could even link it to a file on my computer. So it might be something specific that's relevant to that word or that sentence. Click Browse. I'll go to my download folder and just add anything as a demonstration. So I put that number 7 Word document in and click Add. You can see it's underlined, so if I double tap it, it brings up that information. So you can just grab sources together to work with. So as I come down, you've got your spell option again, and you can work with word prediction and so on. But we've got another little option here I want to show you. I'm going to scroll down. Now this is still an image. Okay, it's not converted. We've just uploaded it as an image PDF and it's reading back and we can highlight everything. But you might look at that and go, no, actually I want that as a Word document to work with. Or a different format. You might use Daisy Reader books. I don't know, you can save it as a Daisy Reader free or compressed. So come up to save. You can save it straight to Google Drive, but I don't have an account, but you get a free account on that if you want as well. But I'm going to save as. The reason I'm saving as because I can choose what I want to save it as. So, download folder. I can save it as a KES, which is a Kurzweil file, or compressed Daisy. That you know what you probably want anyway with this Daisy free format, TIFF image if you want that, rich text format, text file, HTML. But most people will be using, I think, probably Daisy free, HTML, and maybe Microsoft Word. So I'm going to save that as Microsoft Word. I'm going to overwrite the other one in there, which is 7, and click Save, and click Yes. So it's telling me, because remember I did that hyperlink. So it's telling me I will lose those hyperlinks. So I'm going to continue, and click Yes. Now we've got it in text format. Let's just go to the Downloads folder to show you that Word document now. I've now got that as a Word document. So it's so easy to convert quickly. But as I've got it in this format now, I can work with it better. So I might go, actually, I want to play that back.
Bookshare on a Victor Reader.
We could play it back anyway, couldn't we? But I want to show you something extra here. I'm going to click the Enter key.
Stria.
So this little button here, speech to text. I am now adding a bit more information into this document. Because we've converted it into editable format, you can start working with it. You can dictate into it, highlight it, move the text about. Now, another quick option I want to show you so I don't completely melt your brains is the fact that you might want to save this as an audio file. Why not? Because what you could then do is save it straight up to Google Drive, and on your phone, download the free Google Drive app. You can access the audio file to play it back straight away on your phone when you're on the move. Or if you want, use OneDrive, Cloud or Dropbox. Don't try and email it to yourself when you save it as an audio file because they can get a bit big and it might not email when you get frustrated. So try and use the cloud, even if you don't currently do it. So let me show you to save it as an audio file. Come up to File, Audio Files, and then Create Audio File. Then you choose the entire document or specific pages. There's only one document. There's only one page anyway. I'll put entire. Include secondary text if you wish. There's the name Serena. I'll stick with her. And then you format. Now again, you might want to use Daisy Reader 2 or whatever, but MP3 format works everywhere. It's compressed, isn't it? Better quality will give you WAV, but you probably don't really need WAV, I would say. Stick with MP3. Quality, why not? Best. It won't take up a lot. File paths. You can change pending path. Have a look at this because you don't know where it's going to. So I'm going to pop it into my desktop. But if I had Google Drive, I could upload it to that. But OneDrive's the best because I can go to OneDrive, pop it into my OneDrive, create a folder and just upload it straight into my OneDrive. And it's job done. But I'm going to put it on my desktop. Click OK. Click Yes. And now I'm ready to go. I don't add it to iTunes. And click OK. Now, it's not going to actually convert for me because I've got a demo version, as you can see, come up. So I'll click Yes. But if you've actually installed the software and you've got a registration for it, you'll be able to then encode that straight into an audio file, straight to your OneDrive to use. So another little great option there to work with as well. So you can see how this can help with so much different media. Now, last of all, I'm going to Kurzweil. I'm going to go to an option, Open. Now we can open from the computer or we can open from Google Drive. So I'm going to open from my local computer and I'm going to open up keystrokes. I'm going to do not 31 pages actually. I'm going to come back, just do 10 pages. So say this is a specific journal you're working with. Now I put that in to work with. Okay, so this could be a journal you've just downloaded or accessed from your Moodle, Blackboard or Portal or wherever. Now I'm going to scroll up. See the cursor's at the beginning, I can click play.
Description desktop keystroke.
So again, I've got that option to read back the journal for me, which I couldn't do before. But it also then gives that option like we did with the physical scan. You can go to save as, and save it as a Word document, a Daisy reader to work with, whatever you want. So bear that in mind. I just want to scroll down a bit. I just want to go to the next page. I just want to go back to the page 6 and then click the bookmark. Remember, you can bookmark stuff as well. Add, go back a bit more, and I'm going to bookmark that, and then I can add that. Then I can go up a bit more. And so when I click on bookmark, I can go straight to the bookmark I've created in that document. That's really handy for research again, when you're going through so many pages and reading as well. You can also delete that bookmark if you want as well. So there you go, just a quick overview of using Kurzweil 3000. There is more to it. Like if I come to the top, there's a lot more settings. Come down to bibliography notes, for example. There's so many more options, but that is just the basic look to get you up and running. Thanks for watching.